Hey guys, GNT here, and today I want to talk about solo leveling, chapter 148. Yes, I don't know exactly how many people actually read solo leveling. I know it's not very popular. It's not all that great. It's not like it was so good that they actually started releasing volumes of it here. It's not like I have volume 1 in front of me, but it's a little known story. That nobody really cares about but me. I'm the only person reading it. So let's talk about chapter 148. Here's the thing. This chapter coming off of the last couple of chapters, which was that big old battle. It was some good stuff, man. Felt great seeing him just whoop ass. Like he beat the crap out of good old Mr. Thomas. Oh man. That was good stuff, but that's not what we're here to talk about. With this chapter, it's a calm chapter. It's just kind of an aftermath thing. They're all talking about, that's the guy who was whooping ass a couple days ago, right? That's Sun Jin Woo. Yeah, so that's how this chapter starts, and then they talk about a hunter that was assassinated, and then they say their suspect is Sun Jin Woo's father. So it's like, oh, okay, well, there you go. And that's basically the summary of this chapter, because this chapter was just talking about that. And that's it. It was kind of drawn out with something that could have been said very quickly. But then they introduced that new cat, that Chinese cat. He looked pretty cool. He looked freaking sick, to be honest. But yeah, that's all you really get out of this. Not a lot to talk about here. Besides, Sun Jin Woo talking about it, hey, bruh. Because the Chinese cat was like, well, what's that gonna do? What's the guy gonna do if that's actually, his dad that we have to hunt down? And he's like, if he's a monster, I'll hunt him, because that's what I do. I'm real out here in these streets. I'll hunt him, and if, turns out to be my dad for real, I'll hunt you. That's essentially what he said. It's like, if he's a monster, I'll hunt him. If he's not, then I'll hunt everybody else. Boom. I was like, man, that's dope right there. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see an arc of him just taking down hunters. Oh, it'd be beautiful. Ooh, it'd be a great time. I'm just saying, it's a lovely thing to see this man in action. And then that would bring into question the hunters that he actually knows. What would they do? Like old girl that I can't remember the name of because she hasn't been in a chapter for so long. I think they had her in like a flashback in a panel in this chapter, but I can't remember her name for anything, man. And the funny thing is, when she first showed up, I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. And then they didn't use her all that much. Then she showed up a little bit again here, and I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. And then they're like, well, not gonna use her for a while. So you don't even need to remember her name. And that's kind of how my mind works. When you don't show me a character for a while, I erase their name. I need the space. My brain doesn't hold a lot, so I have to delete names. It's like, what was your name again? It doesn't matter. You won't be here like for 2 chapters anyway. But yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to see. So yeah, that's what you got out of this chapter. Him meeting the Chinese guy. That's it. So, looking forward to seeing what's happening next. Because, like I was saying, this was basically just a break. This chapter was to give you a break from all the epic battles and junk. And it's just like, hey, we're going to introduce what we're going to next. Which, I don't know if this is what we're going to next. It might be something else before we get fully into this whole arc of the father. But seems like that's what they're doing now, because they brought him in a long time ago and just stopped talking about it. So I was like, well, I guess I just won't need to remember this, because, sometimes with stories that happens, they introduce one thing and flip, it takes them a long time to get back to it. But it looks like we're finally making our way around to the dude's dad. So, anywho, that's all I got to say about this chapter. It was a pretty dope read, which solo leveling is always a dope read. I haven't had a time where solo leveling was not interesting. And that's a rare thing these days, you know, because so much stuff is just thrown out and it's like, oh, well, this is okay here in spots, but it's not always good. Solo leveling has always been good. And I'm looking forward to the next chapter. See you guys next week with 149. Peace out and have a great day.